What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If you guys could drop a like or a thumbs up on this video if you guys liked it, I would really appreciate that as well. It would really help me out. Hit the subscription button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our MLB The Show 20 content that's going to be on the channel. I hope you guys are having an absolutely great day, and thank you guys so much for watching my videos. What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's video, I'm going to give you guys the top 5 tips that I have to make you a better player at Diamond Dynasty, a better player at MLB The Show. Number 1, we're going to start off with a pitching tip, and that is going to be to read your opponent. Does he swing at everything? Is he extremely patient? Is it going to flip-flop throughout a game? Possibly, but if you can find out that they are extremely patient, you're going to want to attack the zone and get ahead in the count. If they're just taking every single pitch, especially as you move up through the leaderboards and you start to get up to like the 600, 700, 800, 900 rating, you're going to want to attack the strike zone more often because they're going to have a better eye at the plate. They're going to try to get ahead in the count when they're hitting. Now, if you're playing against someone that just has absolutely no plate discipline whatsoever, there is absolutely no need to throw them a strike. They're going to swing and get themselves out. And if you do throw them strikes, if you do hum them pitches over the middle, they're most likely going to hit it because they're just swinging every single time. Now, this can switch a little bit throughout the game. You know, they might be swinging at everything and then they might get more patient, especially towards the end of the game when it's put up or shut up time in the 9th inning. So be wary of that. Just try to pay attention to that when they're pitching. When you're pitching, are they swinging at everything, or are they being extremely patient and pitch the opposite way of that? That's gonna make you a really good pitcher by doing that. Tip number 2 is some of your settings here. You want to use strike zone for hitting with zone. Strike zone camera for hitting with zone. You're gonna want to do that. You're also going to want to use analog pitching and button accuracy for fielding. Why do you want to use all this? Strike zone, you can see the baseball the best. You can see the baseball the best. The zone takes a lot of the RNG out of the game because you can move the yellow or whatever color you would like PCI to the ball, and then when you hit the X button, or you know, that's usually the best button to swing with, is definitely X. I would use that like 95% of the time. It's going to work well in this game. Move the yellow PCI, whatever color PCI that you have, to the ball and press X. You get good at that from strike zone view. You are going to smash the ball when you pitch, or when you hit. Pitching wise, analog pitching is the best. Why is it the best? I don't know. Some people like to use meter or classic or pulse. I'm telling you, all the top players in this game, they use analog pitching. There's 2 awesome things about analog pitching. Now, number 1, not only is it the most accurate, number 2, it's the most fun to use. I can't even possibly go back to the meter at this point. I wouldn't even be good with the meter at this point. Please try out analog pitching. I have tips on my channel that will help you guys out pitching tips wise, so definitely check that out. Button accuracy for fielding. Getting green throws was a little bit more difficult this year, but I'm starting to get really used to it. You can get used to it too. It moves a little bit faster than it did in MLB The Show 19, but it's going to give you green accurate throws that's really going to help you out. So make sure you guys try out button accuracy. Number 3, tip number 3 is if you get into a slump. If you get into a slump, take until you have 2 strikes. Possibly switch out of that strike zone view to fisheye view for 1 at bat and then switch back. When you switch back, all of the icons, the PCI, you know, that yellow thing that you're using to hit with that zone hitting, it's gonna look gigantic again. It's gonna look gigantic. All the icons are gonna look gigantic. It's gonna be very easy for you to hit again. If you take until 2 strikes, you know, a lot of people have a 2-strike approach when they're hitting, even though they don't have 2 strikes. It causes them to get in a slump. They start swinging at everything, and that's a problem. So take until you get 2 strikes. Pick up the pitcher's release point, pick up the spin on the ball, and it's going to help you a lot to stay out of slumps. Number 4, tip number 4 that I have for you guys is don't be afraid to buy a card. You can always sell it back if you buy it the right way. So if you put in an order to get it sold to you in the market, if you put in an order to get it sold to you, any card, let's say, you know, you can buy the card now for $25,000, or someone can sell you the card for $20,000. make sure you get the card for 20,000, or make sure you get the card for 19,000, 18,000, whatever. If you put it in like that and you buy the card like that, you can essentially buy any card, because if you don't like it, you can take it, go back to the market, put it back in the market, and sell the card. So you really don't have a lot of risks. You can try out a lot of different cards, but if you are just going to the market and buying the card out of the market at that top price, now you can't sell it back, because you're going to get taxed on that, and that's going to cause you problems. So you can really try out any card. Don't be afraid to buy the card. Just buy them the right way. Number 5, my number 5 tip for you guys is to have fun. If you get really upset while you're playing this game, you're gonna play bad. You need to move on to the next pitch the best you can. Baseball is a lot more like golf than it is like football, because if you're playing football, and I played football for 4 years in high school, sometimes when you get mad at football, you play better. You get more aggressive. You're ready to hit and stuff like that. In baseball, it's more of a mental game like golf. You can't get super frustrated. You start to get super frustrated, you lose your focus. It's a very tedious, focus-based game where you need to, wait out pitches. You need to be, you need to use your brain just as much as you need to use your dexterity on the controller. So staying in a positive, loose mindset is really, really important. It's not always easy to do. It's really, really not easy to do when things are going against you and you feel like you're getting unlucky. So try to stay very mentally tough. Either laugh it off. That's what I try to do. I try to laugh it off and try to have perspective on everything. And that kind of gives me an edge to perform in clutch moments, or just to, keep my mind in the right mind frame that I need to go to the next pitch. It's going to help you a lot. Focus on making up for mistakes that you've made, or just trying to defy the odds of what's happening. If you got unlucky in the game, just fire up the next one. Don't let that previous game affect the next game. That's going to be really, really important, because this game, like I said, is a very, very mental game. You can't, it's so important. And this is like an easy tip that might seem very easy. Oh, okay, I'll just move to the next pitch. It's not going to be easy to do that all the time, but if you can master this skill, you're going to be an absolute beast at this game. You're going to be able to stay in the right mind frame to be really good at this game. So let's go through all these really quickly one more time. Number 1, read your opponent. Does he swing at everything? Is he extremely patient? Pitch accordingly. Number 2, use strike zone for hitting with zone. Use analog pitching, button accuracy for fielding. Number 3, get in the slump. Take until 2 strikes. Switch out of strike zone view to fish shot for 1 at bat, then switch back. Number 4, don't be afraid to buy a card. You can always sell it back if you buy it the right way. Number 5, have fun. If you get really upset when playing, you will play bad. You need to move on to the next pitch the best you can. Guys, I have a lot more MLB The Show tips and tutorials on my YouTube channel. If you like videos like this, if you want more in-depth stuff to help you get better at MLB The Show, be sure to check out my tips videos, and be sure to check out my gameplay videos, which I talk about how to get better at the game and try to be as entertaining as possible in them. So I really hope you guys like this video. If you have questions for MLB The Show, if you have any questions that you need to have answered about MLB The Show, leave them down in the comments below. I will try to answer them, or I will potentially make a video on them and shout you out in the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. All right, before we sign off from the video, I actually got one more bonus tip for you guys. But make sure you guys hit the subscription button. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss any of these uploads. The last tip that I have for you guys, especially if you guys are new to the game, maybe you're a veteran, this tip can help you out. If you guys are having trouble with pitches down in the strike zone, curveballs, changeups, stuff like that. If a curveball starts above your belt, the trajectory of it, it's most likely going to drop in the zone. If the curveball starts below your belt, most likely it is going to go into the dirt for a ball. The same thing with changeups, so keep that in mind. That's going to help you hit those pitches better and lay off those low pitches so you don't strike out on them. Above your belt trajectory wise, it's probably going to land low in the zone. Below your belt trajectory wise, it's probably going to go for a ball. So that's just a quick tip to help you guys not swing it so many pitches below the zone, because I know that's something that's very, very difficult when you pick up the game. Also, if you guys are dropping your PCI, try to stay fastball as much as possible and just trust that it's going to be a fastball. Even try to swing over the dang thing, man. You're not going to be 100% perfect on that, but the more you guys practice, the better you guys will get at not dropping your PCI. It happens to the best of us, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.